Average Woodsman here, back with another video. So I know it's been a while. I've had a lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff going on. My dog Cheveo died. He's the brown, shepherd-looking dog that you guys have seen in my videos. Ever since the very beginning. My grandmother passed away, and then my daughter was born. So I just haven't had a whole lot of time to even get out in the woods, let alone make videos. So I'm going to try to get back in the swing of things here and start making videos again. Today I want to talk about this kit specifically. I know it's kind of a little bit late in the season for this, but this was the summer kit that I used the few times that I was able to go out and get out in the woods, and I kind of want to talk about it. I'll show you what it looks like on me, and then we'll get into the contents of the bag. Everything in this bag is what I've been using the few times, like I said, the few times that I was able to go out in the woods. Also, excluding a couple of items that I added when I went into the woods. This is the bag that I've been using too for my daily carry back and forth to places when I'm out and about. I leave it in my truck. That's excluding this and a couple other items, which I'll show you guys when I get into the pack. But this I added today specifically. This is the Pathfinder. This is the Pathfinder Woods tool. This is the first time I've taken it out. I've only used this a few times today, but I'm going to be doing some testing with it. So far, I love it. Also, excluding this item, like I said, I just added it, but when I weighed this pack with a full bottle of water, it weighed less than 20 pounds. It was like around 17 and a half, 18 pounds. That's including the grail and my stainless steel cup and bottle, which are in here full of water. So the pack itself is the Helicon Tex. It's part of their urban line. I think it's called the Groundhog, if I remember correctly. I'm not sure. I bought this quite a while ago, about 8 or 10 months ago. So I'm not exactly sure. It seems to hold up. It's pretty lightweight fabric. It's not like a heavy-duty Codora or anything like that, like you would see with most tactical backpacks. It's a lighter material, and I really like it so far. Like I said, it's really lightweight. It has pretty good straps and decent padding back here, and I really like this hidden pocket area on the side. This actually unzips. There's a zipper here, and this comes out, and you can put bottles on the side of the pack. And then if you don't want anything like that, you can just fold this back up, put it in here, and zip it up, and you don't have to have anything. Like on this side, I don't actually have anything. I have this attached now, but before I attached this, it was just zipped up, and that side is sleek, and there's nothing. So you don't have to have a bottle pouch poking out if you don't want to. I thought that was really cool. That was one of the things that sold me on the backpack. On me, out here in the woods, I'm going to be carrying items in my pockets. So I have obviously my keys, my cell phone. I have a Bic lighter. In this pocket, I always keep a tourniquet, just a regular tourniquet. I have a flashlight. I'll show you guys things that I keep on me. This is just the Streamlight. This is the ProTac. I've had this thing for years. Works really well. I have my CCW, which is my Smith & Wesson M&P Shield 2.0. Always have my handgun on me at all times. I'm carrying, and I've been carrying this a lot. This is the Battle Horse knives. This is the Slug 01 tool steel. It's a small blade. I want to say the blade length is around 2 1/4 inches. It has a nice handle, really comfortable, and Scandi grind, obviously. And I've been using this quite a bit for EDC and when I'm out here in the woods. I haven't done a whole lot of carving with it yet. I've carved one bow drill set and a tri-stick with it just to kind of get a feel for it, and I really like it so far. All right, let's get into the pack. So on the side, obviously, I have my Grail water filter. I've talked about this in videos before. The reason why I carry a Grail is because it'll filter out, viruses, protozoa, bacteria, even chemicals. So if I had to use this in an urban environment, or I came across a water source that maybe had chemical contaminations or something like that, contaminants, I could use this. Viruses I don't have to worry about. With most water filters, you're just focused specifically on, or they just filter out bacteria. So like Giardia, Cryptosporidium, things like that you usually find in the backcountry here in Florida, and not just in Florida, but in the United States overall. So it's just one of those things where this, I don't have to worry about any of those things. If I come across a water source, let's say I use up all my water for the day and I come across a water source, I don't have to worry about that with this. Preferably boiling is going to be most of the time what you're going to want to do. But I have used this quite a bit and I love it. It's my favorite water filter. I don't leave home without it, honestly. So in this front area, it has a zipper pouch that goes along the front of the pack. This is one of the items I don't carry with me day to day, but I throw in my pack when I'm out in the woods. This is the Gomboy, Silky Gomboy. I got this about 2 or 3 months ago. I've only been able to use it like once or twice, but I mean, it's a silky, they're the best saws you can buy, folding saws. So I have my Gomboy in here. My mechanics gloves, these are great in the woods or in an urban environment. Have a couple of chem lights in here. I can't tell you how many times I've used chem lights just for all kinds of things. I have just some wet wipes, just a little pack of wet wipes. Battery, just a little backup battery. And in my vehicle I have cords, also 2 different cords. This is just a spare magazine for my CCW, and that's really all I have in this portion of it. I haven't replenished the food. I usually keep just like a meal replacement bar in here or some beef jerky or something. I haven't replaced it because sometimes I'll dig into it and eat some of it, but eventually I'll replace it again. Honestly, I've went days without food in stressful situations. When I did the Randall's Adventure and Training, the ESSE, they make the ESSE knives. I did their field survival course. It was 72 hours with virtually no sleep and no food. By the way, down here in the bottom, it has this cool feature I almost forgot to talk about, that you can attach at the top and on the sides. And so if you wanted to put like a jacket in there or a motorcycle helmet, something like that, you could do that. I don't really use it. I do keep a rain jacket in my car, in my truck. And so if I did have to, move out on foot and it looked like it was going to storm, or I just wanted to take it with me, I could use that, or I could just stuff it inside the backpack too. Another thing I like about this is just 2 compartments. There's this compartment, and then there's the main compartment inside. So I'll show you how I have that set up. So obviously, these are heavy duty garbage bags. A million different things these can be used for, obviously. I have 2 of them here. My sniper's veil. I always carry a sniper's veil with me everywhere I go, all the time. There's just too many uses. This is a little possibles pouch that I have in here. I have bank line, paracord, a Silcock key, which is, super useful. Extra batteries for my flashlight. Some tinder. These are fire envelopes. Bic lighter and an Exotac fire sleeve. Another Bic lighter. This one I have wrapped with duct tape, with Gorilla Tape. I have my titanium lockpick set. My Exotac. This is the rip spool. So this has fishing line on it. It has duct tape, and then inside a sail needle. And then I have, this is the bit kit for my Leatherman Surge, which I'll show you in a second. The reason why I carry the bit kit with me in my Leatherman is because, like I said, this is also my EDC bag, excluding obviously the big blade and the Silky. So these items, this goes around with me. So this is also an urban setup, or my urban bag, throughout the week. But it works just as well in the woods, especially if you throw just a really good folding saw in it. So that's my little possibles pouch. Here is my Leatherman Surge. I've had this thing for, I don't know, a decade or so now. It's beat up, no worse for wear, still works just as good as the day that I got it. Has all the blades and everything on it. That's why I wouldn't buy any other multi-tool besides a Leatherman. I have a few Leatherman. This is my favorite. This is the one I've had the longest, and it still goes with me pretty much everywhere. This is my nav kit. So I have my paste beads, a pencil. This is a ferro rod, just extra fire starting implement. I have a Sharpie, and then inside here, by the way, if you're wondering what this is, I believe this is, yeah, this is a Right in the Rain. This is a Right in the Rain, like a pouch for your compass and then your Right in the Rain notepads. So obviously I have my Soontoot MC2. I have my notepad. This is my Right in the Rain one from when I went to the SE school. This is what they gave us. And when I did their nav course. And then I just used the same one when I did the field survival course, and it has my map cards on it. This has all of my stuff that I wrote down, my pace count, all that kind of stuff, just notes that I made doing all of our land nav, all the land nav stuff that we did while I was at the school. Had all of it in it. And then these two are just Right in the Rain notepads. This one I got when I was at the Pathfinder school. This has, a bunch of stuff that I wrote down in it. All the stuff from the Pathfinder school that I learned along the course. And this is another Right in the Rain notepad that I have a bunch of notes that I've written over the years, drawings and things like that. Just extra stuff. It's good to have. This is my first aid kit. I carry this with me everywhere I go. This has an extra tourniquet, quick clot, like the compressing gauze. Everything you can think of that you would need for bleeding and trauma, all are in here. I have an additional space blanket. This one has the Mylar. I think this is the SOL. I've used that a bunch of times. It is reusable. As you can see, this is not the way it was originally folded. And I've used this a bunch of times and it still is holding up. And then last but not least, obviously my Pathfinder cup bottle and then the little stove that comes with it. I've had this for a long time. It goes with me everywhere and it stays in this backpack. Oh, one more item. I have a shemagh down at the bottom. A million things you can do with a shemagh, especially both in the woods and urban. So have that. That's literally all the stuff that I have in my kit, on my person, and in my bag. So I'm gonna put everything in and we'll close this video out on the woods, just adding a couple of items, and it makes it a really good lightweight day pack. Like I said, the pack's been holding up really well. I really like Helicon Tech's gear. I've showed different packs that I own by them in past videos. These pants are Helicon Tech's pants. They're part of their bushcraft line. I just really like their gear and their equipment that they offer. It's pretty reasonably priced and it's really heavy duty, which is should be right up anyone's alley who likes to spend time outdoors. Also, I didn't mention, I keep items in my truck, obviously, to help aid in self-recovery. My truck is set up for off-roading if necessary, and I keep other items in there, like I keep maps and things like that of the United States. All of my routes I have in there also, with maps of routes that I take, different areas. I think that's really important to keep in your vehicle, because if anything ever does happen, a grid down situation, EMP, I know these are all hypotheticals, but they could happen, especially with the way the world is going. It could happen, something like that, and then you wouldn't have the aid of GPS or anything like that. So you need to know and have maps and things like that, and know how to use a topo map to navigate if need be. I also have, like I said, self-recovery items, and my truck is set up for that. And I'll probably do a video on my truck eventually to kind of show how I have it set up. It's a pretty basic truck, but I've added items to it to kind of aid in making it more self-sufficient as a vehicle. But anyway, so that's kind of my setup. I'm gonna start, like I said, I'm gonna start picking up on videos again, start trying to make more videos. But I'll catch you guys on the next one.